Hi everybody, good afternoon. Adrian Dunbar here, up in Highgate in North London where everybody's locked down. I'm very close to the heath. It's a very sunny day, but you know, the good weather in the garden I think is keeping most of us going. Two connections with the town here. On my right, over my shoulder here, is Samuel Beckett, of course, who went to Batora. And then over my left shoulder is this print of William Scott, who was born in Scotland but came to Enniskillen at 2 years of age and went on to be one of the great post-war British artists. But today I'm going to read you some work from this man, Frank Ormsby. Frank was born in Irvinstown about 1947, went to St Michael's, went on to Queen's, and then taught in Inst for many years, all his working life really. He was the editor of The Honest Ulsterman from 1969, I think, into the 1980s. He a lot of collaborations with all the major people. Frank is a kind of glue between a lot of people, heavily influenced of course by Seamus Heaney, Michael Longley, Kieran Carson, all his friends and collaborators, and is a very big presence in the literary world of Belfast from the late 1960s onwards. He is first and foremost though a poet. I bought my first collection of his work in about 1978-79 when I bought a lovely book of poetry called A Store of Candles. And some of you may have heard me reading Frank's work at the wonderful concert we did at Castle Cool a couple of years ago now. But anyway, I'm going to read 2 or 3 poems of Frank's that have connections with Fermanagh in Enniskillen. And I'd like to take this opportunity of, thanking everybody involved in the arts in Fermanagh for just keeping it all going. And reminding people how important the artistic world and the natural world are at this moment. First poem of Frank's I'd like to read is called The Cash Railway. And to some of the older members of the artistic community listening to this, you may indeed remember what this is all about. Cash Railway. The annual bus trip to Enniskillen to buy a school blazer ends in Ferguson's Gents Outfitter, with the little cable car of cash they call the Cash Railway whirring up the wire to the office on the first floor, its companion descending at exact same speed. At the point where the two cross, there is nothing in the world that is off balance or out of sync. You want to loiter there for the next hour and shout bravo at every round of funicular perfection. But your mother is at the door, lopsided with shopping, reminding you that she only has 2 hands. A lovely poem, that. Here's another poem that I really like of Frank's. It's called A Zen Dream of Fermanagh. It rained almost daily. Almost daily, the rained-on complained. Had we known about the spirit of Zen, we might have gathered on the loch shore to welcome the deluge, chanting refrains to keep, say, intolerance on the move, if only to the next parish. I picture whole families practicing Zen in a wet field on the outskirts of Kesh, or prone by a sacred shach on the road to Balik. In my daydream, Fermanagh has been named the first Zen county in Ireland. We, the denizens, relish the healing cloudburst and work our watery wiles for the benefit of all. But to us, rainfall was rainfall, bad weather. The sooner it drained into the earth, the sooner we were in tune with familiar patterns. Dark clouds, first spittle, the rush for shelter, in a place where it rained almost daily. And almost daily, the rained on complained. Jesus, that's fierce weather, isn't it?